Let's talk about doing what you said you'd do. Let's talk about the truth about, commitment and discipline. Most people don't fail because they're not talented. It's not the reason why. They don't fail because the world's unfair. They fail because they break promises. Not to others, but to themselves. You said you were going to start. You said this was your year. You said you were going to stay consistent. But did you? This video isn't about motivation. It's about a truth that will either set you free or expose you. Discipline, commitment, doing what you said you'd do. Especially when it's hard. Let's talk about it. Let's rewind. How many times have you made a promise to yourself? I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. every day. I'm going to hit the gym 5 times a week. I'm going to start that business, quit that habit, change my life. You were hyped, inspired, maybe even had a 30-minute playlist blasting in the background while you wrote your goals in a journal, and for a few days you were on fire, but then life crept in. You got tired, you had a bad day, you deserved a break. So you said, just one day off. Then one day became 2, then it was back to 0. Here's the truth. When you break your word to yourself, you lose trust in yourself. And if you can't trust you, who can? Discipline isn't glamorous. Let me be brutally honest with you guys. Discipline is boring. It's not flashy. It's not good looking. It's doing the reps when no one's watching. It's going to bed early instead of scrolling. It's showing up on the days you feel dead inside. You don't need motivation. You need standards. Discipline is the bridge between who you are now and who you say you want to be. Let's take athletes. You think LeBron, Serena, or Messi get hyped every time they train? No. They've trained their discipline like a muscle. They've made showing up part of their identity. And here's the key. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And your system is how often you follow through on what you said you'd do. Commitment isn't a feeling, it's a decision. Commitment isn't based on how you feel, it's based on a decision you already made. You don't need to redecide every morning whether you're going to show up. If you committed, then it's already done. Did you commit to the gym? Then you're going, even if you're tired. Did you commit to building your business? Then you're working, even if you're not in the mood. Did you commit to leveling up this year? Then act like it. Too many people say, I'll do it when I feel like it. But growth doesn't wait for your feelings to catch up. It rewards those who act in spite of their feelings. Your word is all you got. Let's get real. Your word is your power. If you keep saying things you don't follow through on, your brain learns, oh, we don't actually mean what we say. You become unreliable to yourself. That's a dangerous place to be at. But imagine the opposite. Imagine you keep every promise you make to yourself. You say you'll wake up early, you do. You say you'll grind today, you grind. You say you'll finish that course, you finish it. Do you realize how powerful that version of you becomes? You walk different, you talk different, you're grounded. Because you know when you say something, it's law. The battle is won in small moments. The truth is, the battle of discipline and commitment isn't won in one giant heroic moment. It's won in 1,000 micro decisions. The choice to say no to the snooze button, the choice to sit down and work for 1 more hour, the choice to go for a walk instead of scrolling for dopamine. These seem small, but small things compound. And if you stack enough wins, your life changes. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about doing the right thing just a little more often than you do the wrong one. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about doing the right thing just a little more often than you do the wrong one. This isn't for everyone. Let me be frankly honest again. Most people won't change after watching this video. They'll nod their heads, get hyped, maybe even take some notes. But tomorrow, they'll be right back at the same cycle. Why? Because change costs something. It costs comfort, laziness, excuses, demands effort, sacrifice, and responsibility. But for the few who do change, for But if you decide this is it, no more talking, just doing, life opens up. If that's you, if you feel it in your chest right now, then write this down somewhere. You'll see it every day. I do what I say I'll do, even when I don't feel like it, because my future depends on it. Let this video be a turning point, not because I said anything magical, but because maybe, finally, you're done lying to yourself, done with half efforts, done with waiting. You don't need perfect conditions. You need more time. You don't need more time. You need commitment. You need discipline. And you need to follow through. You said you'd do it, so do it now. Not tomorrow, now. Discipline equals freedom. You versus you. Begin now. And start thinking to yourself what else you could possibly do to start change. There's a painful space that lives between who you want to be and what you're actually doing every day. That space is where dreams go to die. You say you want to be successful, but your habits say otherwise. You say you want to be disciplined, but your actions betray you. You say you want to change, but you're still living like the old version of you. That gap, that tension you feel, it's the guilt of misalignment. You can lie to other people all day, but you can't lie to your own mind. Every time you say one thing and do another thing, you damage your own sense of self. And over time, you don't just lose discipline, you lose respect for yourself. Self-respect is earned. You know how you build real confidence? Not with affirmations, not with empty hype, not even with motivation videos like this one. You build confidence by earning your own respect. You earn your own respect when you do hard things without needing applause. When you keep going after 2 weeks of no results. When you sacrifice comfort to stay committed. You become proud of yourself, not because of the results, but because of the process. Here's the secret. You don't get discipline from confidence. You get confidence from discipline. The old you has to die. If you're serious about becoming something greater, you've got to bury the version of yourself that broke promises, that quit when it got boring, that only worked when it felt good. There's a death that has to happen, a funeral for your former self. The lazy one, the excuse maker, the I'll start Monday version of you. That person cannot come with you. That person has to be left behind permanently. So burn the backup plan. Stop flirting with the idea of trying. You don't need to try anymore. You need to become. There's two voices. There's always two voices in your head. One says, it's fine, rest today. You've been good lately. You don't need to push. The other says, get up. You made a promise, and we keep our word around here. One voice is easy, comfortable, familiar. The other voice is brutal, honest, and demanding. One will keep you in the same place. The other will pull you toward your future. Which one are you feeding every day? The voice you feed is the voice that leads. And if you constantly follow the weak voice, guess what? That weak voice becomes your identity. You start to believe that's who you are. But the truth is, you're always meant to be more. You just keep choosing less. Pain is the ticket. You know why most people never transform? Because they avoid pain. They want the results, but not the discomfort. They want the muscles, but not the soreness. They want the business, but not the 2 a.m. stress. They want the glory, but not the grind. But pain is the entrance fee. Discomfort is the doorway. No one escapes the price of greatness. You either pay now with effort or later with regret, but either way you will pay. So choose your pain wisely. Because the pain of discipline is nothing compared to the pain of looking back years from now and realizing you could have done it, you just didn't. So here's your challenge. A contract between you and your potential. Pick one promise, just one. It could be, I will hit the gym 5 times a week, I'll work on my business, whatever. Write it, say it out loud, then live it. No matter what happens, no matter how you feel. 100 days, no negotiations. Because if you can't keep one simple promise to yourself, how can you expect to handle the weight of your goals? This isn't just about results. It's about proving to yourself that your word means something again. Let me leave you with this. The person you want to become, they already live inside you. The disciplined one, the consistent one. You don't need to become that person, you just need to uncover them. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and make sure to let me know down in the comment sections below what else you guys would like to see.